The first step towards creating scene-wide ambient occlusion is to create an ambient light. Now you might be familiar with the ambient setting in the environment dialog. That's not what we want in this case. What we're doing here is actually really quite tricky. We're creating a light and then we're going to mask off the effect of the light based upon the proximity of surfaces. So this is a little bit of a process, but we'll get really good results at the end of it. So what we need to do first is to create a standard omni light at the origin. So to make sure that it's created at the origin, I'm going to turn on 3D snaps. And you might want to right-click and make sure that grid points is the only option enabled. I'm going to go to the Create panel under Lights, and this is the only time in Mental Ray that you're going to use standard lights. So far, if you want photometrics to be accurate and you want to have good final gather, you should always use photometric lights. But this is the one exception to the rule. We want to go in here and use the old school standard lights. And the one that we want is an omni light. So that's going to shine light in all directions equally. I want to create it at the origin. And that's a requirement. It needs to be precisely at the origin and nowhere else. I'm going to right-click, and my light's been created. I'll turn off snaps, and I just want to make doubly, triply sure that it's exactly at the origin and nowhere else. So with my Move tool selected, I can right-click and open up the Move Transform type in, and this is telling me that the light is at the origin at an absolute world position of 0, 0, 0. So now we've got our light where it needs to be.